What's up, buddy? It's What the Gym, and let's do a Way Out and It Takes Two game comparison. Let's start off with the story. So, I thought the writing was done for the story very well, but I thought for It Takes Two, the writing was slightly better. But I don't know, I did really enjoy the story of A Way Out. It is more my sort of thing, but It Takes Two, the story is a bit more unique. I think another way to find out which one's got the better story is with the characters. Which characters did I find the most relatable, and which ones did I enjoy more? I think Cody and May they were arguing for quite a lot of the game, whereas Leo and Vincent not as much. And I don't know, I did care about the relationships equally. I did care about the characters equally, but I just thought I cared about the characters in a way out a bit more earlier on. But the writing's better than It Takes Two. So this this one's probably the hardest one for me, but I would have to go with I think It Takes Two because it's a bit more unique in my opinion. Now let's talk about the gameplay side of things. So I think A Way Out, the gameplay is very unique. It is very fun. It's that same for It Takes Two. I thought that was fun. That was very enjoyable. But I did like that there were mini games as a part of it. But and I think the Way Out, the gameplay, I don't know, it felt a bit more simplistic. I like this a bit more. I feel like it's a bit more varied in It Takes Two. But this is again another hard one, but I don't think it's quite as hard as the story. So I think I might say I prefer A Way Out. I just thought it was a little bit easier, maybe not as challenging. Which if you want a bit more of a challenging gameplay, you got It Takes Two for that. It was a lot more challenging than I was expecting. Whereas with A Way Out, it's not too difficult. I feel like it's a bit easier to know what you have to do. So I think the story side of things is better when It Takes Two, but the gameplay I'm gonna have to go with A Way Out. Although what It Takes Two was able to do, there was just so many cool things that they were able to do for It Takes Two. But I just think, in my opinion, I just think Way Out just had better gameplay. I enjoyed it a bit more, had a bit more of a fun time playing that game than It Takes Two. But some of the things they were able to do in It Takes Two, I think is very, very amazing in my opinion. So we talked about the story and we talked about the gameplay. There are going to be three more points we're going to talk about. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is the characters. So which characters did I think were better? Now I did mention a bit about them in the story part of both of them, but I think for the characters, this is honestly a really hard one. I think the main characters, I don't know which one I prefer. I love them all the same. I love Cody, May, Vincent, and Leo about the same amount. But I thought the side characters, there was, I don't know, I don't know, I just felt like there were more side characters in It Takes Two. But I just think A Way Out, the side characters were done better. In my opinion, there weren't really many that were as annoying. So I think that as characters, the character side of things, although I did really enjoy the ones in It Takes Two, I think A Way Out is slightly better. There are only two more things we need to talk about now. The second to last one we're going to be talking about is the graphics. Which one had better graphics? I'm just going to say it right away. I think It Takes Two had better graphics. Although I think A Way Out, the graphics in that were quite good. I just thought It Takes Two, in my opinion, the graphics just looked a bit nicer, looked a bit prettier to look at. I don't know if I don't know if it looks as realistic, but it's just something about the graphics in It Takes Two I really, really like. But now let's talk about the final point for A Way Out and the It Takes Two comparison. Now let's talk about the final part for the A Way Out and It Takes Two comparison, which is which game I preferred overall. A Way Out had had better gameplay and also had better characters, whereas It Takes Two had a better story and had better graphics. But overall, the winner is A Way Out. For me, I just enjoyed A Way Out a lot more, and I just had a more fun experience. But really, it really wasn't much in it. I think It Takes Two was one of my favorite video game experiences there is. It's definitely in my top 10 games. It could well be in my top 5. I absolutely love It Takes Two. Some of the things they were able to do in it were just absolutely amazing. But I think for me, A Way Out, it's just more my type of game. I'm a sucker for Prison Break type films and games, and I think he did it very, very well with A Way Out. I just preferred it more than It Takes Two, but there really was not much in it. There really, really isn't much. I'd still rate them both a 9.5 out of 10, but I think A Way Out for me is just slightly better. But that's it for the A Way Out and It Takes Two comparison. Let me know which one you preferred in the comment section below. Did you prefer A Way Out from 2018, or did you prefer It Takes Two from this year, 2021? Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday for my next video. Anyway, until then, ciao.